Alright, today I'm going to show you how to build a patio. I'm going to go ahead and dig out some of this sod. Generally, you want to go down 5 inches. Most pavers are about 2 3/8 of an inch. And we're going to put 2 inches of gravel, ABC stone. And then we're also going to put a 1/2 inch of rock screening, sand. And that'll give us our 5 inches right there. So I'm just digging this down roughly about 4 or 5 inches, and then I'll be able to get some strings pulled and really establish my height. Now I'm going to establish the heights, and I'm using this nail in the corner here, one of the nails from the edging I'll use later. And I've got it sitting at the right height that I want the top of my paver to be, just a little higher than the sod on that side. Now I'm using my 6-foot level to set some more and getting them all the same with a slight pitch away from the house and down to the far side. Once I have nails all throughout here, I can also pull a string going across the top from one nail to another and use that as a guideline to get everything the same height in the middle, measuring down the 5 inches from the string or the nail. Here's another patio I did where I pulled the strings across end to end. Helps a lot to be able to see it that way. And I dug out the sides and then the middle. Now I can double check my heights. Looking good. I've got my 5 inches. Now I can give the dirt a little tamp, and I've got all loose dirt out. Time for the gravel. Dumping it in and getting a 2-inch layer put down and raking it out. Now I'm going to tamp it with this hand tamper. You could also use a gas-powered plate tamper, but this one does the job just fine. Just takes a little bit more manpower. It can also be helpful to slightly wet the gravel with a water hose. Not too much, just a little to help sink it down. Now I'm measuring down my 3 inches from the top of the nail, and everything's looking pretty good. Alright, now I'm ready for some rock screening, using this pole to kind of make sure everything is nice and flat. And I'm also going to do a thin layer of the screening now just to get things a little extra perfect and tamp that down. Now I've got these 1/2 inch pipes that are in the electrical section at Lowe's, and I'm going to use them for some guide rails to help get the screening down right. Making sure they're sitting right where I want them and nice and level. Throw some screening down and then pull a straight pole across from point A to point B. You could also use a nice and straight 2x4 if you don't have one of these metal corner poles. And just kind of double checking with my level. Now we are ready for pavers. And I'm just going to start in this corner right here. At this point, you don't want to step on your rock screening other than using some pavers to walk on. As you go, you can patch up where your pipes were and any other little spots you may see. Alright, here's the last paver going in now. Alright, now next we're going to get these black edging pieces in. And Lowe's also has some nails that come with them, some plastic spikes. I usually do them about 20 inches apart from each other. Next up is the polymeric sand. Just going to dump it on and sweep it into the cracks. Pretty simple, but you want to make sure you fill it in really well, and we're going to get all the excess off before we wet it. And this is polymeric sand. Now that that's in and swept off really good, I'm going to take the hand tamper and tamp on top again and try to get everything leveled out extra good. Any high spots going down. It'll also shake down the sand in the cracks as well. Sometimes you need to sweep it again. Once you got that good, take a leaf blower and get all the excess off, and a water hose and wet it. You want to do a nice moderate amount of water, not too much to wash the sand away, but not too little that it dries before the water can get all the way through to the bottom of the cracks. So a nice shower will do the job. Now we can fill in some dirt around the edges, get that tamped up, and get this wrapped up. There we go. Now we have a nice looking patio. That's how I do it, and that's how you can do it. Hope this video helps. Check out my channel for other cool videos, including a pergola that's going to be built on top of this. And be blessed.